What's up, everybody? Welcome to Game and Watch, the show where we game and you watch. Today I'm with Will Campbell.
Hey.
Will, today's a very special day,
Oh, yeah, it is.
as you may know. What is today?
Well, it is May the 4th, isn't it?
It is May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you indeed. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Today we're playing a very special game. We're playing Super Star Wars. They did the entire trilogy on the Super Nintendo, of course. They did Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi. Arguably the best Star Wars video game series. Arguably. There's, some people say Knights of the Old Republic, but these games are very good.
Where does Battlefront rank in this game?
The thing about the Battlefront games is they're fun, but they're also pretty forgettable, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you're just fighting huge hordes. They're good, don't get me wrong, and hopefully the new one's really good.
Right.
But, they're pretty forgettable. Yeah.
Now, this is Super Star Wars. Is this like a Super Mario thing, where there was a first Star Wars, and then they upgraded you to a Super one?
There are Star Wars games on the Super Nintendo, or on the regular NES. I'm not exactly sure where they fit in the canon. These are just the movies made into games, made into platformers.
Okay, so it's Super Force.
Super Star Wars, Super Empire, and then Super Jedi.
Right, so it's for Super Nintendo, not for...
Yeah, for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, and they were only on the Super Nintendo. They weren't on the Genesis, so that's why you see Super being used.
I see.
But yeah, even if they aren't the best Star Wars games, they're very fun to play.
It looks like we're on Tatooine.
We're on Tatooine. Like I said, they obviously they took some liberties to make it a fun game to play, but it is the first. We're not playing the other ones, but they are the first three games made into it, or the first three movies made into a game.
Really use proportion there. With some massive blaster.
Oh yeah. Yeah, do you ever see Luke using a blaster? No.
No, there's that iconic poster for A New Hope where
That's true. He's
they all
holding a
have
blaster.
blasters on the front.
But I don't
And
think he
Vader's-
uses a blaster. I may be wrong.
Yeah, he uses a blaster when they go on the Death Star.
Oh, okay. Not on
See, he
Tatooine.
doesn't have his lightsaber yet, except for training.
Alright, so it's very arcadey, lot of enemies. You kind of just have to run
Yeah,
through.
this thing's packed.
Yeah. And that's again the older games. It was such a jump, RAM-wise, like how much memory they could use. It was such a jump that a lot of the times they would beat their own chests and just put a ton of enemies to be like, yeah, look how much we can do in the Super Nintendo.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm kind of dying here.
And how's the gameplay handled?
It's
So
fun.
you're
It's
behind the wheel right now.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little difficult. We're playing this on WiiWare, of course. It's a little difficult, just because of the level or how many enemies there are. I made the mistake of just getting caught. You have to just kind of run through
Right.
and shoot every once in a while.
Now, when you shoot, do you have to direct the blaster where you want it to shoot?
Yeah, you can shoot forward, up, down, and you can shoot in diagonals, so that's fun.
And you have a time limit, I see up there.
Yeah, but it's a very, very
Generous.
generous amount of time. You would really have to piddle around not to.
Yeah, look how slow that thing's moving.
And you see they're dropping hearts, so your heart, even though the enemies, I feel like they kind of designed it a little poorly, just because to advance you kind of have to take damage.
Right.
And in good platformers like Mario, you cannot take damage, you know what I mean?
Right.
But their solution to that is the enemies consistently drop hearts, so you can still be fine on life, but you kind of have to just take damage.
And I guess they expect you to move quickly. They're not expecting.
Yeah, it's a very fast game for sure.
Yeah, they're not expecting you to stay put.
But you see, like these guys are just getting in my way constantly.
Right.
Like I have to like.
It looks like the Easter Bunny went mute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's just the thing that's a little odd. I guess we don't see too much of Tatooine, but like I don't remember any of these.
Right, the massive bones in the background.
And I mean there
What
are.
would those be? Like a bantha?
Yeah, maybe. But there are, a lot of aliens to take from in Star Wars. So.
Oh wow, we got a.
Oh my bad.
something that's like the Sarlacc that's cousin. They almost look like woolly mammoth skulls in the background.
Potentially. They might be.
I mean, we do have the bantha, as I said before,
But yeah, you see.
I don't think those would be that big.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. You know, there have been a lot of mediocre Star Wars games. I feel like, and there's been a lot of great Star Wars games, but I feel like there's never been an amazing Star Wars game. And people will all argue like, oh, Knights of the Old Republic, but you know, that's I don't know. Knights of the Old Republic is lacking in my opinion too. You know what I mean? Like it's a fun MMO, but the story's kind of takes a well, it's good, but it takes a lot of getting into. You have to do a lot of like work to just even get into the story.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna fight
the Sarlacc pit.
The Sarlacc pit is the first boss.
We never actually see the body of the Sarlacc pit in the movies, do we?
This is it.
There we go.
I like the little. You see that?
And then there was, of course, the one of the many remasters where the Sarlacc pit is a beak.
Right, and I think they did that to make it look a little less
fish.
Yeah, vaginal. Yeah, because if you go back and watch the original movie, Sarlacc pit looks a little. It's hard to talk and play. I didn't have like problems with this the first time I played.
Well, it's tough, especially with this game when you have so much going on.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to. Oh, does it start me at the beginning, really?
Oh man.
Oh, come on.
Another problem.
Yeah, that's kind
No
of.
save points.
No little checkpoint, because I mean, like, come on.
Unless, of course, the Sarlacc pit is the checkpoint.
Well, no, that's the final boss of this level. But like, I have to start at the beginning just to like even beat. You know what I mean? That's a little foreign. But yeah, like I beat this in my first go. The first time I played, it's hard to talk and play.
Yeah.
So I go if I die, play a lot of this. That's the rule.
They must be nuclear, these things you're shooting, because they get mushroom clouds every time you blow them up. The scorpions, at least.
But you see what I'm saying in the sense that like, in order to like even advance, I like have to take damage. Like, there's no way to like.
It's not very good. Not something.
So yeah, the lightsaber is mine. The lightsaber is mine.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and then the hearts. See, as you can see, the hearts make it go
That's
up.
clever.
And that the hearts is how they get around like you having to take damage, but it's still I have to take damage to like even get past anything. It's like really.
It's not.
But it's a lot of fun to play. I highly recommend these little games. And you can play the whole trilogy. You can play the best Star Wars trilogy.
The best.
There's no
original.
There's no prequels here.
I'd like to commission an indie developer to make a super original.
I wouldn't have a problem with or a super prequel. You mean?
Right, a super prequel.
Because this is the super original trilogy. I wouldn't have a problem with that because while those movies are poor, you know, it's a fun little universe still. Right. You know what I mean? It's still fun to get nasty with Mace Windu.
I give anything to have a lightsaber.
Count Dooku, get some Count Dooku in there. Just keep it hush hush about midi-chlorians.
Play the action figure general.
That's kind of a reason I wanted to have you on here, Will. You are a defender of the prequels.
I'm a defender of the prequels in a sense. Looking back, a lot of it's
bad. See, I liked them when I was little, but yeah.
It's more of a light show that was meant to sell tickets.
Now, see, that's the problem with those movies is the inherent issue with those movies. Dang it, I'm getting destroyed. The inherent issue with those movies is they weren't made to be good movies. They were made to use the Star Wars license and show off what they could do
with
special effects wise, and it's like that's not going to be a good movie, like ever. There's no world where that turns into a good movie.
Right.
You know.
I defend the original trilogy just because I always wanted to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
And I love the lightsaber more, and to see the Jedi crop up as a religion and as a social movement.
But see, it wasn't religious, and that's what I didn't like about the prequels. It wasn't a religious thing because of the prequels.
Because it was religious, but it was also political.
Well, but in the old movies, right? Like in the original trilogy, it was like this. Oh my lord.
Man. To quote the Han Solo, Hokey religions and ancient weapons.
Right. Oh, the Zero Life. Shout out to the Zero
man,
Life.
you're down. What I can't get enough of is Luke's little olive.
Sorry, the death screen's pretty sweet. Just kidding. Shout out to the Zero Life though. It saved many a player. But yeah, I mean like the whole thing was, it was like in the original trilogy, it was like this kind of cool religious thing, right? And like anyone, if they tapped into this force, they could be a Jedi, right? And then, you know, they make the prequels and you just kind of learn, well, no, it's midichlorians. If you don't have a high midichlorian count, forget about it. And it just kind of, I don't know, it felt cheap to me, you know what I mean?
It gave it more of a Scientology feel.
Yeah, and it's like, I liked the idea that it was this religious thing that like anyone could tap into, you know what I mean? And just no one had, because it had kind of stalled out, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you could do it as something like the Catholic Church. You have a huge established church and it breaks apart into smaller businesses.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of thought it was dumb how Lucas tried to interconnect everything, you know what I mean? Because, like, well, I think what was so special about the prequel, or the original trilogy, he really did a good job in the original trilogy of making a vast universe, and it felt huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go into the Mos Eisley Cantina, and they see millions, or not millions, but they see, you know, 30 different races. They see 30 different races, right? And it was awesome. And then, and it's like, oh my, you know, like how many races are there? You know what I mean? Because it's like, it feels like this huge teeming planet with trillions of different types of people, types of creatures, right? And then in the prequels, it was just kind of like, why is everything, you know what I mean? Like, Anakin created C-3PO, but like, why would he? You know what I mean? You didn't know C-3PO's origin. You didn't know C-3PO's origin before that, and why would Anakin, like in this vast universe of trillions of people?
I mean, they do live on a trading station, so it could just be.
Yeah, but then it
found
also
parts for a prototype.
it also ends up with Luke. You know what I mean? Like in this vast universe of trillions of people, it also ends up with Luke. And that would have made sense if the Force is looking out for you and it's a religious thing. But like, then they also just said it's not a religious thing. So it's like,
they didn't say it wasn't completely a religious thing. You're not giving it enough credit, I think. It is a religious thing, but they tied it in with the midichlorians thing, which made it scientific.
Right.
Which makes it cheap.
I think it devalues it. Where are you? Bastard. You just gotta pepper.
We're stuck in the sand.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes it annoying. The
quicksand's always the one you do.
Yeah, for sure. I got to like the 3rd level the first time I played this.
When did this game come out?
I don't know. I mean, 90s, right? Because what the? Jeez Louise. All right. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, what are the controls here?
Y is your blaster and B is jump.
Okay.
That's really it. And you press up and B to to do your flip.
Okay.
Yeah. So press start. Start to continue. There you go.
And then how do you toggle the blast?
I want to get to the 2nd level because the 2nd level is oh yeah, just pointing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to get to the 2nd level because you get this sweet land speeder.
Oh, nice.
The 3rd level's hard. But yeah, you get this sweet land speeder level. It's very nice.
Oh, B, that's a weird feel.
Yeah.
I'm getting hung up on the guys.
Yeah, we might do Let's Plays of the other games, Empire and Jedi, but I figured we'd just start with the first one.
Right, that's a good one.
To, you know, Star Wars Day, Superstar.
Or in this case, start with the 4th.
May the 4th be with you, indeed. Be with you.
Something tells me we are not going to make it to the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah. Well, I think it starts you after the Mos Eisley Cantina, because you'll see if we get past this level. Yeah, you want to just keep running. Because they just keep going.
They just keep going.
But you see in the, I think if you get to the 2nd part, we're trying to save C-3PO and R2.
Oh, I see.
The second level is like a land speeder where we're chasing after the the sand,
Oh, the sand people.
the sand people, and then the third level we're just killing sand people. Which I mean, I don't remember Luke murdering sand people.
No, but his dad did.
His dad did.
If we're
but in this game, he kills some sand people.
Nice. Yeah, Luke didn't fare too well with the sand people.
That's correct. Yeah.
Pretty poorly with the sand people.
Yeah. So what are your like? It's hard to play while you're talking. But but the thing is too, you want to move, but also keep killing them because they drop the hearts.
Right.
It's a different.
It's rather counterintuitive.
It's a different way to play.
Yeah, it's rather counterintuitive.
Yeah, they put the hearts in there because
you
well, it's just designed in a way where you can't get past without taking damage, and it's like that's kind of poorly designed in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's very poorly designed. It's not very friendly to someone like me who doesn't game very often.
Well, like a good platformer though doesn't do that. Like a good platformer like Mario, if you play well, you can run through and take no damage. Right. You know what I mean? And here it's just like, well, you have to take damage, but
what? Where are they coming from?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just keep coming.
They just jumped out from under the dune. That is not cool, guys.
But it's a lot of fun to play.
Oh, come on.
It's hard to. I guess it's harder to play because I did a lot better. I tried to play.
Oh, if you hold down, it just keeps going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I tried to play and get pretty good. Before we turned on the camera.
Right.
You can point down and shoot.
Right, and they always shoot those green things.
Yeah, but you can point diagonally and shoot them.
Maybe I should jump for you.
Just hold the stick diagonally is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
You can point up and shoot them too. Yeah, maybe if you can, just keep shooting, just run and gun.
Oh, you can't run and gun though.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, you have. It stops you when you start gunning.
Gotcha.
Another.
See, I think that's kind of an inherent problem.
Yeah,
and a lot of the times that is the case with these licensed platformers. They're a lot of fun, but there's just not that finesse that like Mario has. You know what I mean? Or like Mega Man. You know what I mean? You can tell that they were a little rushed, and it's like.
Well, if you consider their main purpose is to sell the movie.
Oh yeah. No, but this probably did come out. No, it definitely came out after the movie.
Okay.
Because Super Nintendo is the '90s.
Right. So in this case,
the first Star Wars was like '76.
Right.
So
they're trying to sell a franchise first and foremost.
Yeah.
I don't like video games. Okay. Well,
there you go.
Oh come on. What are you guys doing? Just
hiding,
hiding behind a skeleton thing?
I think technically, as the way they play, they get better throughout the games. I think Super Jedi is the best. Super Empire is.
Right, so don't write off them all. Just
no, don't write this one off. This one's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Here we go. I'm starting to get angry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've also got a more powerful blaster, which helps.
Oh yeah, and the blaster keeps powering up, which is nice.
Oh, that's a good.
If you keep playing.
Imagine this is Luke's everyday life. Just a scorpion pops out of the ground and he's...
Scorpions consistently popping out.
Yeah. Oh.
I like that the enemies blow up when you shoot them.
I do too.
It's realistic is what I like about it.
I know, right?
You know, if you shoot a scorpion, it's gonna explode.
It's a nice touch.
It's been my experience at least. See, don't get so close to it before you shoot it. You know what I mean? I know the green stuff they shoot at.
Oh. What just happened there? Oh, we've hit the Sarlacc.
Alright, so the little, when you see its thing, that means that's where it's going to pop up out of. So, yeah, don't be there.
Oh.
I'm saying that means so be like on the other side of the screen when you know where it's going to pop out of. The 0 life. Alright, we'll cut it if you lose here. If you don't lose here.
If I don't lose here, we'll play a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't block, can you?
No.
See, I should have asked that for...
No, you can't. It's just run and gun.
These little guys.
So this is Game & Watch, I guess, episode 2. The first episode we played for Friday the 13th.
That's right.
We played Friday the 13th on the NES. And we were still working out Kingston. I didn't have a capture card. So that is a little rough let's play. But I think it's okay.
This was a little more polished.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we need to start doing more of these.
I know, right?
Just, I mean, like, we've only done 2 for special events, so we need to start doing just.
We should make it a holiday thing.
We should just do them in general.
If you call us, we'll do a let's play, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings.
Well, we did one for Friday the 13th, and then this is Star Wars Day.
Right.
Obviously.
Is there a patriotic one for like 4th of July?
A patriotic game.
Yeah.
There's games you could. I mean, you could do any of like the Call of Duties. You know what I mean?
If we were doing movies, we could do like Independence.
You're fighting for America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not a good Independence Day movie then.
Did you see that? He crept up to me because I wasn't getting close enough.
Oh, he knows. There probably isn't a good Independence Day game though.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame me. It's not a good.
Because I mean, say what you want about Call of Duty. I understand that it's oversaturated. They make one every year, but those games are very good. They're very polished shooters.
And they're very fun to play with friends.
Well,
That's part of their appeal.
Yeah. Well, what I wish that they would do is, I don't care about the multiplayer at all. You know.
Yeah.
I wish they would just put out like, because no one plays the campaign. It's just like, the campaign every year is $20. It's like, okay, I'll play that. I like first-person shooters. You know, but I don't want to play. I don't want to go online and have my mother be insulted by someone younger than me. So.
That's true. It's not good.
You know what I mean?
Only one. Come on. You guys usually get 2 or 3.
Nice.
There we
got
go.
the Starlight Pit here. Alright, get past him. We can show the land speeder level.
Oh.
See, yeah. Right.
Yeah. There he is.
See, those rocks have been. Yeah, okay. There you go. You got it
There we
going.
go,
You
there
got
we
it
go.
going. Nice. Alright. He'll probably be.
Oh, dead center. Come on. Oh, look how much damage.
That's
Where
alright.
are you going?
He's moving around.
Oh, of course.
See if you can. Yeah, you got it going. If
Yeah,
you
there we
can hit
go.
the rocks were killing me. If you can hit the rocks before they get to you, then you're good.
Yeah.
Alright, oh.
Come on, dude.
Nice.
Oh.
You're good. Alright, stay there. I would stay there. Wow.
Oh.
The rocks
There
are
we go.
annoying. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of Game & Watch. So I guess we get 2 contenders.
I guess so.
No, we're not going to do that. That's been another episode of Game & Watch. I'm Paige Campbell. Did I introduce you?
I think you did.
This is Will Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
You can like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Uncle Paige.
And I am at CampbellWD.
And this game is available on WiiWare. I think, other than the original console, that's the only way to play it. But if you have a Wii, buy it. If you have a Wii U, go into the Wii menu and buy it. And if you have a Super Nintendo laying around at home collecting dust, find the cartridges and buy them. It's a very fun game.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Happy Star Wars Day.